thwarted by a bumbling old time machine, Dirk begins the rescue mission. Once the casket of doom has opened, Mordrock will place the death ring upon Daphne's finger in marriage, and she will be lost forever in the Time Warp.
Like full of dark work. This town is beautiful. Not anymore, Martin Dark Soul.
What's happening?
Got a special broadcast here on the iiRcadians channel. You got two of us here tonight. Me and Papa Brad are in the house.
That's right. That's right.
Maybe CT or Jeff might pop up in the comment section. We'll see how the night progresses. But basically what I wanted to do here today is I've been pumping up Breaker's Revenge since this game was announced to be online. You know, even before then, I've been talking about, like, when we gets to online, let's bring it, let's get down to it. And so last Friday when the game dropped online, I had to be there day one and see what I got. Because, I mean, honestly, I never played it against anybody ever. You know, I feel like I'm pretty good at it. And so I wanted to test my skills with the best players out there that I could find. And you know, I had some great matches, and it was a good time, and I recorded every single one of them, and I'm going to play them all for you guys today, the good, the bad, the ugly, and let's see what Mikey's got in Breaker's Revenge. And speaking of which, since Papa Brad's here, if people are wanting to get in and play some Breaker's Revenge live, Papa Brad...
I'm here to play games. If anyone wants to take on Papa Brad, you just tell me an online game, and I'm going to hop up. I'm going to play some iiRcade. I might put it on the background. We'll get some online gaming happening.
Yeah, we'll throw it up on the screen too, and you know we're gonna have fun today. It's not a usual episode of iiRcadians, more just chilling and hanging out.
See, Derek Miller, I am terrible at Breaker's Revenge, so I would say I would be a good person to play because I have no skills in that game. Unlike Mikey.
Like I said, I have no idea how good I really am. I do know somebody here in the chat. Old Man Ruckus is here. And I just got to say, I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag now. I do play him, and he put up the challenge on the iiRcade community forum. And, you know, I responded to the challenge, and that's going to be the final match of the night, me versus Bill McLaughlin. See how good I really am.
Yeah, if you want to play Breakers, just open a room right now. We'll start some matches going.
And we'll get it streaming up here as well. And
get connected.
Yeah, and while Brad's getting everything set up, I'll play my pre-recorded matches and, you know, keep the show flowing.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, and let's see who's all here. Brooklyn Menace is here. Good to see you, man. You could probably hop in if you want.
Yeah.
See Derek Miller. He says horrible at Breakers. Todd Russell, Breaker's Revenge is a solid fighting game. Hello, all. Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do that now.
Can you send? You want me to try to send a link to Brooklyn Menace real quick?
I'm just going to throw it in the chat.
Yeah. If you want to
throw it in the chat. If somebody wants to come
Open
in,
link.
hang out.
Come hang out.
Yeah.
Let's play some games. Let's hang out. Let's do some iiRcade.
Yeah. But while everybody's getting going, let's run the first match that I played. And the people that I know for sure that I played 5 people total. I played Herb Wars. Papa Brad. I played Gunther, and I played Bill McLaughlin, and then I played 2 people that I don't know quite sure who they were.
I played Gunther. He beat me.
Yeah.
Good game, Gunther. Good job. It was fun.
So this first match, I'm not quite sure who I'm playing, but let's check it out. And I didn't do any audio for it, so we're just gonna do the voiceover live here. And as you can see, Tia is my go-to player, and my first match against anyone online, and took him out pretty quickly. A lot of people seem to like running this Pele, I've noticed. And yeah, I seem to be doing pretty good against these Pele players so far. Oh, he's able to pull off a special move on me, but he's giving me a little bit of business, but so the official score is 1-0, Mikey, so far here in Breaker's Revenge on iiRcade Online. And he comes back with Pele again. Come on, Pele, what you got? Champion, 1 win, yeah. See, I like how Tia can get it, jumping it around. I like how quick she is and nimble. That's definitely something I look for in a fighting game character.
I have a room open now in Breaker's Revenge. If anyone wants to play, just come join the link.
There you go. If you want to play Papa Brad in some Breakers, he's got a room open, and we can throw it right up on the screen and see what you got live here right now. Oh, that was a big move pulled off by Pele. And if anybody in the chat if this is you that's playing me, then let me know. So, my dog's getting involved. Oh, look at that move to finish him off. Mikey is officially 2-0 in Breaker's Revenge. Does he come back? Is he going to continue again? No, looks like he didn't want anymore. Looks like the rest of this match is just against the computer, so I'm going to get up out of that. So far, I am 2-0 in Breaker's Revenge, and iiRcade Online. And Papa Brad's got a room open. Goofyfoot says, "Hey guys, Michael B is live playing Dragon's Lair on his IR right now. I'm bouncing back and forth between the 2 of you guys." Well, that's cool. Gamer Defected Series says, "Hello, my friends. Hey, what's going on?" Again, I have the StreamYard link open in the chat if anybody feels like they want to come in and hang out.
That's a good stream.
Oh, look what we got here. Somebody's coming in. Let's see. Who's challenging Papa Brad? Hopefully the iiRcade works. This is always the questionable moment, whether the game's gonna fire up or not.
We're in alpha. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Promising.
There we go.
If I'm playing, you leave a note in the chat so I know you're playing.
Turn the music up on your machine, Brad, if you want, so you can hear it.
Okay, let me unplug the headphones because I had it streaming. I was recording earlier.
Oh. Well, if you don't want to, it's fine.
How's that? Too loud?
Yeah. There you go. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Tim's Tiny Arcade. What's up, man? You want to play some Breaker's Revenge?
Okay, come on in.
Oh, you're playing Sea Dare Killer, Papa Brad.
Okay, you need to give me some hints. Give me some special moves. I know the half circle punch is the fireball.
Yeah.
What's another one of her specials?
Well, her anti-air one. I use that with her strong punch. And then the kicks, you gotta get down with the kicks with her. He's all about them kicks, Brad. And see, Derek Miller with Show picks up the first round victory. Hey, Older Dwarf! What's up, man? Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you, my friend. Come on, Papa Brett! See Derek Miller's beginning to... Oh! Big move! Big move! Old Man Ruckus says he hates watching pro players that are not me. Yeah, you're gonna see what Old Man Ruckus can do in the show here later on in this show. Program, I should say. Philip Drum, what's up, man? How you doing? Glad you could stop by. All right, Papa. See, Derek Miller's up 1-0 on you.
I know, he's doing good. I told you I could check out his channel. He has an awesome channel if you haven't seen it. Really fun stuff.
Yeah, check out See Derek Miller. Oh, we got another one here. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Oh, we got another one here. How you doing? Got a little bit of an echo somewhere. Oldendorf says, wait, am I on this channel alone? I'm actually streaming it on 2 channels right now, so that's why.
Yes.
Look,
Come back.
Oh, there you go, Papa Brad. 1-1. How you doing?
Yes. Come back.
Oh, there you go, Papa Brad. 1-1. We got an echo coming from you, Bill. Allison 3.
Round 1. Fight.
He's got some range.
Sorry,
Yeah, like Raven says, once you get the game started, it's actually pretty solid.
Yeah, it's actually really good once it's in the game. It's being in the store alpha, the connection is
nice.
Getting connected. It's still a hassle for them, but
Yeah.
I can definitely confirm they're actively working on that.
So I gotta ask, how long have you been playing this game, man?
I've been playing Breaker's Revenge since it launched on the arcade. This was for a while. This was the only game they had in the Neo Geo MVS
Good game.
over at the pizza shop around the corner from my house.
Yeah. But that's interesting. So yeah, I could tell like right away. I was like, oh, I'm in for a treat this round. This time. Like I said, when this went online, it's the first time I've ever played it against anybody.
I played this at many tournaments. I won Evo for this once.
Did you? So is it safe to say you consider yourself probably the best Breaker's Revenge player in the world?
One of the best. I play against people regularly who can beat me, and then you got me, Gopher, and Dom. We practice a lot too.
Well,
Sweet, good game.
Yeah. So what did you end up? Did you win the last one, Brad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while Brad's taking a rest, Let me run this next match I played.
Yeah, so something for you, Mikey. Something because I also played Tia as my backup. She has a I don't know if you know the nomenclature for Breaker's Revenge, but she has a light punch and then a light punch and hard punch at the same time combo. That's overhead. That anytime anybody's blocking, it almost instantly gets them. It's a really good cross-up attack. Not to mention, she needs that because none of her supers hit low, and she's one of the few people who actually have that where none of her supers hit low.
That's interesting. My whole thing with fighting games is I like finding one character that I can get into, and then I'll like the game. And I come from King of Fighters and Fatal Fury, and I'm a Mai Shiranui main, and so right away I saw the similarities with Tia, with Mai and Chun-Li, and even though I'm more of a Ryu main in Street Fighter, so I gave her a go, and I liked, and that's how I would call her. She's a good combination of the two. But yeah, I've been doing the double up, noticing that you press both punch buttons and both kick buttons, and they do certain different moves as well. And so that really adds a lot to the gameplay, the game value on it.
But Tia in particular, when you hit both the punch buttons before she goes into the second attack, you can cancel that into another move, and then cancel. If you cancel it, into her uppercut in the air, you can hit her super while you're still in the air after it's over.
So
it's a really good meaty combo.
Yeah. See, I haven't gotten down all the advanced moves yet. I'm still learning those. But I don't know. Maybe you can answer this. Does this game have the ability to have different jumps? Like, that's a big thing in like King of Fighters that I feel makes it superior to Street Fighter, is that Street Fighter, you know, especially the older games, each jump is the same. Yeah.
Joe can really control his jump, and there's a reason why I pick him. It's normally in fighting games, it's an unwritten rule. You never jump. But with him, he's one of the only characters who can control his jumps by his diving kick, which puts you at a very big advantage for somebody who has a good anti-air, and it's good for crossing them up and good for mix-ups.
Right. And definitely
that move right there. If you do it again, I'll point it out to you.
Show definitely gives me the most trouble. I've noticed. What's the ninja dude's name? I'm forgetting it off the top of my head, but
Saizo.
Yeah, Gunther was giving me some grief with him as well.
Because Gunther's really good at zoning, and that's what Saizo's his whole thing is. It's zoning, even more so than Alzin, because Alzin is the archetype Dawson character who's meant for zoning, but Saizo, with that sword and his sword range and power, is a lot better at zoning than he is.
Because that's I'm not typically a zoning player, and that's why I like King of Fighters, is because if somebody's just going to try to zone you the whole time, you can use the jumps and get around the fireballs. It doesn't have to straight turn into a projectile versus projectile match. And that's really why what drew me to Neo Geo Fighters to begin with, is I feel like they do have a little bit more diversity as far as the movesets go than even Street Fighters and Mortal Kombat games and stuff. No, you know, maybe not some of the later Street Fighters, but definitely.
No. SNK has a little more experience in the fighting realms, even more so than Street Fighter. The reason why I say that is because there are 15 main entries of King of Fighters, and then there's 6 sub-entries. And that's not even counting the pocket games. I mean, just the straight fighters. There's 6 sub-games and 15 main games, where Street Fighter has approximately 10 to 15, between 10 and 15 total of all the games. But Now, with that said, each King of Fighters iteration after 1998 was more so a new game as opposed to an upgrade of the previous one.
Right.
To where Street Fighter, most of their Street Fighters are upgrades. Street Fighter 2 was, Street Fighter 2 to Street Fighter 2 Turbo in Championship Edition. And then Super Street Fighter 2 was designed to be a separate game, but it was still more or less an upgrade, even if it was on new hardware.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
But yeah, King of Fighters 98, that's my particular jam. Well, besides the new one, I've been having a blast with 15. But yeah, that's what.
Oh yeah.
That's what drew me to Breaker's Revenge is that I knew it was a Neo Geo game and giving it a go and it's a really good fighting game. Like I've been having a lot of fun with it, and picking up the wins and the losses. And I'll play the next. And don't forget, everyone, if you guys want to play online against Papa Brad, say so in the chat, and we'll get a room going. Papa Brad said his game crashed. He's rebooting now. Again, I'm not sure who I'm playing here in this match. I think the last one was against Herb Wars. There was a couple of times I was waiting to play against Bill, and other people would jump in, and I'm like, "Well, shoot, we got a game going, so I gotta play it." Good job, C. Derek Miller. I need to talk to my work about getting an iiRcade. We have Arcade 1-Up. I would log in and catch a game. There you go. That sounds like a great idea, Raven. Get one for while you're at work. When maximum is full, what buttons engage it, or are each character's different? Do you want to answer that, Bill?
So when max is full, you have characters who can do level 3 moves, and then you have people who can do just normal super moves.
Now, is there a specific way to execute the super moves? I know how I've been doing it, and I've been doing the, Hadouken move, but I'm pressing both the strong and heavy punch buttons at the same time. That's how I've been executing them. I don't know if there's a different way or if I'm doing it wrong or...
So Tia has like 3 that I believe 4, but 2 of them. One you can do it on the ground. One it's the typical Shinku Hadouken command, and then you can do that in the air too. Mm-hmm. The problem with Tia is that her moves, as soon as you see her flash, you just know to block high, and she has horrible recovery.
Yeah.
Now, the cool thing is, if she hits you, it's almost over. But if you whiff, you're setting yourself up for for damage.
For sure. But when I can get people in the corner with her kicks, I can usually give it to them pretty hard there. I mean, we all have different methods and strategies when it comes to fighting games. I'm definitely more of a Cobra Kai kind of player. Like, I'm strike first, strike hard, because not that there's anything wrong with being a great defensive player, but for me personally, that when it turns into a defensive battle, that's when I'm playing the other person's game.
Oh yeah, and plus playing with Tia and having her as your main. With her, you don't want to sit and play the defensive game anyway, because if she gets in the corner, I don't want to spoil too much for our fights. It's pretty much over because she doesn't really have any comeback moves. All her moves are more geared towards, just because of the fact that she's Muay Thai anyway. Her moves are geared towards getting in fast and doing maximum damage with as less hits as possible. At the same time, she has a lot of moves that inflict multiple hits on you with that, her Chun-Li style kick actually does a lot of stun damage, which is something you can utilize, especially in juggles, because then you won't run the risk of whiffing, because when you do whiff, they'll be recovering out the air too. Then you go into her overhead, which will give them a good cross up.
All right,
looks like Todd Russell's going to run against Papa Brad.
All right. I don't have a prayer. This is going to be fun, though.
I actually want to see this fight.
Yeah, this is going to be sad.
Is Todd good at this game?
Todd's good at all games. He's on like every leaderboard. If you haven't had a chance, check Todd's channel out. Man, he's got some awesome content on there. I just watched the video he dropped today. It was great.
Yeah. But yeah, Todd is on pretty much every leaderboard on the iiRcade.
I think I'm going to stick with this one. This isn't...
So T is your second player then, Bill?
Yep. So I use Show and Tia mostly because I love rushdown characters, and those are the two best rushdown characters on this game.
Yeah.
I also use Jin, who you have to use the code to pick, but Jin is also like the Akuma version of the Show.
So what are the other moves for this character, Ryla? I know you press down and you mash, you get the spin.
Now here's the thing with Ryla is that you don't want to get too close in because her moves can hit you from a distance and then bring you in. So you want to mash her tornado thingy as much as you can while away from her, because then when you rush them in, she has really good recovery in it.
She slides in.
Yep.
That's pretty wicked. Does she have any other cool specials?
Especially against Condor, because Condor, if he grabs you, it's hard to get away from him.
Right.
It's kind of like Zangief, huh?
Yeah.
Kinda.
He's actually worse than Zangief because he takes a lot after T-Hawk from Super Street Fighter Turbo.
Yeah, he does.
T-Hawk was, horrible on Super Turbo.
So Bill, what about Time Killers? When's that going to be online? Because I know that's a game you guys worked on.
So I can't talk about when Time Killers is going to be online, only because it's coming pretty soon.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, I enjoy that game. You did a great job with it.
Thank you.
I want to say I really like that game. And Bloodstorm. Good job.
Yeah, I have Bloodstorm, and I'm looking forward to playing that, run some matches in Bloodstorm. And same with the basketball game. When you guys get that game online, I'm down to run some tournaments in that as well.
Basketball is what I'm really going to get online because I that's the one I'm working on. Time Killers is more likely going to be first because a lot of the things we're working on with Time Killers being online really will translate well into how basketball works.
I gotcha. C. Derek Miller says Ryla with Blanca's prom date. Ain't that the truth?
Ooh.
Now, who would you compare Ryla to from another franchise?
Ryla is a mix between Blanca.
Not Ryla. I'm sorry, Maro.
Maro?
Yeah, because
the best way to describe Maro, I would have to say Wan Fu from Samurai Shodown.
Oh, I gotcha. Because I was trying to think of who would be the closest player to him. Papa Brad is jamming them buttons, man.
Yeah, I'm pushing these Samwa clones.
Oh, yeah. Ride him to Lee Day.
I can't believe I've never had to replace a button on this. Never. I cannot believe it.
Well,
Good game.
Yeah. So did he take both matches from you?
I won 2 in a row.
Oh, you won both of them. You're Ryla. I gotcha.
I'm Ryla, yeah.
Well, now you're playing the computer.
Oh, okay.
I hear the relationship is electric.
Hey, look, if anyone wants to play a different game, I have every game. Call out a game, I'll come meet you and play it.
Yeah, there you go. Put down in the chat if somebody wants to play something.
Yeah, I think I have all the games. So if anyone wants to play a game, Just put in the chat. I'll set up a room. Good game, Todd. Good game, Todd. I can't believe I beat Todd at a game. I'm like in shock. But
good job, Brad.
He is an outstanding gamer. And if you go to his channel, you'll see. I mean, he's setting. You can do like world record runs in Tropical Angel. Pretty sweet.
And now I'm gonna play my match against Gunther. And he is another show player, or at least he started out with show. Oh, and I pressed the wrong button when I jumped in there, and I regretted it the rest of the match. You saw I jumped in there and didn't do nothing. That was because I pressed the wrong stinking button. And one mistake cost me this match, I swear. Oh. But yeah, that flaming kick that Show does, that's a nice move. You can see how quick he's pulling off those combos and stuff. I can tell you guys, you've definitely been playing this game for a while. Full disclosure for me, I didn't start playing this game until I got my MVSX. So I do have a little bit of an advantage over the rest of the iiRcade players, but not much. Not compared to these guys who've been playing it for 30 years or whatever.
Round one, fight.
Come on, Tia. Let's get it. Ooh. But I will say this. I like to try to learn my opponents a little bit. You know, you got to be able to adapt as the match goes along. And I wasn't able to adapt very good here against Gunther. I was trying, but it's because I don't have I'm not as familiar with breakers as some of the other fighting games that I play. So I wasn't able to counter some of the better moves with Tia that I could in, say, like King of Fighters, for example. Which I'm not giving any excuse, but you know, you gotta take the L's, you take the wins, you take the losses. You take the good, you take the bad, you get the facts of life. So he's got 2 on me. Come on, Tia. Oh, now he's cornering me. Pretty sure this match is... Oh, no, this is against you, Bill. This ain't against Gunther. This is against you, Bill. Unmute your mic, man.
Sorry, I'm muted. Yeah, I was saying, that looks like me, because Gunther's not good with doing link combos.
Yeah. Yeah, this is you. I was going to say, yeah. I don't remember Gunther being this good, putting these moves together like that. You got any tips on how you do that, man?
It's really math. So Show's combos are really they're link based. You got 3 frames to in between being able to do each hit, and it's really hard to count that. You just kind of have to fill it out. But once you get it, you got to practice it. I've practiced those combos for well over 2 decades now, so it comes natural to me. But those link combos, you just have to feel it out, and then once you get it, you'll understand why.
So yeah, my whole thing I was trying to do to you is get you in the corner. I knew if I could get you in the corner, I could maybe pick up a round on you. But, I'll take it. I mean, you're one of the best players in the world at this game, and I ain't backing down. I'm taking my L's. When you put the challenge out on the forum, I knew you were serious.
That challenge still stands until somebody beats me.
Has anyone come close?
Not outside of Bash.
Has anybody come closer than me outside of Bash? Let me say that.
Mike. And I believe Evangeline once. She came really close.
Yeah. I thought I had one round where I was close on you. Them fire kicks you pull off, man. I don't got an answer for that one. Papa Brad's got another room open. Anybody wants to hop in? Brooklyn Menace wants an iiRcadians versus iiRcade Zone, night of gaming and variety of challenges. Let's make it happen. Definitely sounds like an interesting prospect, man. Could have some fun with that. So, yeah, you worked me pretty hard there.
The biggest thing with Tia, which you'll see, and the only real place I see her weak at is guarding streams of combos. You like to hit buttons. I know it sounds counterproductive, but you don't want to hit buttons against a guy like me because I'm really good with understanding frames. So what you want to do is wait for you to see, you'd have to also learn my character because with Tia, I know her just as well as you do. Actually, I know her. I know how to play with her. So all the weaknesses that I can expose in you, it comes from me learning her. So with me understanding, and I know all the characters, and I'm not as good with all the characters, but I've learned all the characters to understand this is how I beat her.
I gotcha. Yeah. So I mean,
you hit buttons. And as soon as you hit a button, I'm right on it.
So you're like a mathematician about it then, huh?
Oh yeah. You also got to remember, I'm a developer now. I retired from the esports world, so math is kind of my living.
Yeah, well, that's right. You were part of the esports world, weren't you?
Yeah, once upon a time while I was still Shinruckus.
What did you compete in?
Huh?
What did you compete in?
Oh man, I've competed in every major tournament you can think of. Mostly for Street Fighter, Capcom versus SNK, old Mortal Kombat 9.
Is Breakers your top game?
No, Breakers actually isn't even top 5 games I'm that good at.
So what are your main games?
Street Fighter is my favorite, but Tekken is my top game. And then I guess we'll go Tekken, Street Fighter, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, Dragon Ball Fighters, King of Fighters 15, Guilty Gear Strive, and then toss up between Fighting EX Layer and Under Night In-Birth.
Yeah, that's cool.
We got tiebreaker game. I've been playing Todd Russell and Magic Drop 3.
Yeah.
Man, I love this game.
He won 1. I think I won 1.
I don't know how to play it. I mean, what's the objective?
Like 3 or more bubbles, but then I think it pops the ones that are like catty corner to it.
Yeah. Well, let's finish this match out. See
That's what's cool about the iiRcade. You get these games you never heard of, but they're cool,
Right. And I actually enjoy learning about new games, because I mean, we've all played Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat or Tetris, for example. Like here, we've played it a million times. We've grown up with it, and there are other games out there that were good. It just we never gave them enough time a day because we were playing those other ones.
If you like Bust a Move and those kind of games, I don't see why you wouldn't like this. It's fun.
Now you also got to think back in those days where you got to the arcade. It was about the flash. It was about seeing everybody's linked up on Street Fighter. Street Fighter was the game then, but you didn't give a lot of different games that opportunity because of the fact that you may have only went to the arcade with $5, and that if you went to the arcade with $5,
Bloodstorm's your jam?
Yeah, and you know what? I've learned there's an entire community of people who play Bloodstorm at a really high level. And of course I had to join it so I can get in because I love playing fighting games at a high level. But you know, it's a lot of people who play these types of games. Like it was you know, I've seen a whole community of people playing Tattoo Assassins at a high level. You know, Kristen Steps, she got me involved back into the Street Fighter the movie game where with those guys. And you know, I haven't played that in so long, but you know, it's games like that, and even games like that really technically defined a lot of, you know, new age fighters that you wouldn't really notice that people didn't pay attention to. Yeah, there's so many features that happened on Street Fighter the movie that carried on to later Street Fighters that people would never know.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting you bring that up because, I mean, to me, Street Fighter the movie, that was always just, it was Street Fighter trying to be Mortal Kombat, and that's kind of goes against what Street Fighter always was, its strength, in my opinion.
And I think you think that because of the fact that it looked like Mortal Kombat, because they went live action, and the decision to go live action, and you know, it gives them more freedom to do different types of animations that you couldn't otherwise do. Which now, if you look at how Street Fighter the movie in the arcade anyway, how that played, and then compare it to something like X-Men versus Street Fighter, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah, I could definitely see that. So, since Papa Brad finished up there, now let's play this one. It's me against Gunther.
Different game.
Papa Brad's got another room open, everyone. Let's see if we can find out what game he's getting a room open on next. Todd says, we are 1-1, Brad. We are 1-1. Any game, Papa Brad says. See, I came out good on, gotta unmute yourself.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So I'm about to get back out here, get back working on this presentation, man. I just wanted to link up with you guys. I appreciate you having me on the show, man. You know I watch this all the time.
All right, well, thanks for stopping out, and yeah, we'll have to get together and do this again. It was fun.
Gotcha, man. Right. Take care, Papa P.
All right, man. So here I'm 1-1 against Gunther. Tiebreaker match. Tell you, me and Gunther, we came down to the wire in like every single fight. It was a good time. He was a good opponent for me. Gotta say. Although I will say, I think with a little bit more practice, I think I can get you, man. And speaking of which, you know, I gotta say, us guys here on the iiRcadians, we've been tossing around this idea of maybe doing some kind of special Breaker's Revenge, something or other, maybe in 2 weeks from today. Again, so you guys might want to stay tuned for some of that if you're interested in such things. You guys might want to get in on some of that kind of action. Hey, Brooklyn Menace, if you want to hop in, I'll throw the link out again. There's the link if anyone else wants to jump in and say hi, hang out for a bit. Oh. See? Oh, down to the wire. All of our matches just keep coming down to the wire. Ooh, got him. Got him with my big move. Yes, see Derek Miller. I agree. When Rage of the Dragons goes online, things will be insane. Yeah, I actually think I might like Rage of the Dragons a little bit better than Breaker's Revenge myself, just because it's such a unique game. I can't really think of anything that's exactly like it. It's just kind of its own crazy little thing. And having said that, I'm sure Bill will probably run me in Rage of the Dragons as well, but yeah, I'm definitely interested in that when that goes online for sure. Because I like that that's more of a team-based game. See, he's doing the... Get him, Tia. Come on, Tia. Oh. I tell you. Had to yell at my dog for a minute. My wife must have got home with dinner, and the dog's bark. But, yeah, we got Todd Russell in the green room, so he'll be joining us after this match. See what's up. All right, Tia, let's get it. Yeah. Come on, Tia. Picked up a victory, so I don't go out like a chump. But like I said, all the matches I had with Gunther, they all came down to the wire, it seemed like. Really good. Papa Brad says he has a room open Double Dragon. Is Double Dragon online yet, Brad? Honestly, I don't remember what games all came online last week, because Breakers has been the only one that I've been playing. Papa Brad said, just kidding. I got you. You had me going there, man. I'm like, wait. I missed that memo. I didn't get that super secret email. I got to give Gunther his due. He was running pretty good with size out. He's got good sword skills with him. It was that range jump he was doing. That was the hardest thing I was having with him, honestly. Because like I said, I'm a jump and attack kind of a player. I get in and get out, and just a simple jumping with the sword. Jump up and hit me with the sword. That was a good defense he had going against me. See, Derek Miller says, I just literally jumped up and enabled the online game search, LOL. Sorry. I don't know what happened. You can unmute yourself whenever you want, Todd. Join in the conversation if you want.
How's it going, guys?
Hey,
Good,
what's
how are
happening,
you?
Todd?
Yeah.
Good to hear from you.
Hey, I was just attempting to log into this. Apparently, I'm not logged into this stream, but whatever. I'm sorry about that. Hey, that was some fun games there, Brad. Good.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I'm just thrilled I got to play against you. You're like one of my heroes. You're always at the top of all the leaderboards. and I know how skilled you are.
Did you?
Yeah, I've been enjoying the fact they added online to this. Me and Polo, we play all the time online in different games, and I'm telling you, this is a great function to have come to the iiRcade.
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
And the thing is, they're giving us arcade games, the old school arcades connected online. That's what I want. I want that. That's that's why I love it so much.
Yeah. They can, they should. I guess they're going to do all the old ones, right? They're going to have all
their plan is to do everything. That's all the ROM, all the classic games eventually.
Yeah.
Right on. Oh, I suppose I should have my hat on. What am I doing here? I should have my hat on, right? That's to be official.
There you go.
Get the hat on.
Looking good.
All right.
I love that hat. They came right away too when I ordered it. Came right away.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys are ordering apparel, what do you got back there, Brad? You got some little characters or something? What is going on?
Oh yeah, I collect all kind of stuff, man. I'm a big nerd.
Aren't we all, man?
All this stuff, man. I got Wolverine.
Nice. What have you guys been playing online? Which that is great.
Man, I've been loving the beat 'em ups, man. They've been fun. I like the beat 'em ups. Knuckle Bash is a real sleeper hit. That's so much fun to play online. Never heard of the game. Got to play it online. I love that game. I play the shmups, Dogyun and Outzone. Love those games. When I play them by myself, I never got to the end. But now I've ran through the whole game, Actually, I want to do a playthrough with someone in the community and run Outzone 3 times in a row. And there is supposed to be an ending if you run it 3 times in a row.
Let's do it. Let's go
through it. It's a long haul play. I mean, you have to stick with it, because it gets a little, you've played Outzone, I'm sure. Huh?
Oh yeah.
It gets a little harder each time, just a little bit, but I mean, it's all, but yeah, I would be thrilled to see the ending once and actually play to the end.
Or 3 times. You got to beat it 3 times.
3 times is what I heard, but if it didn't happen, at least I would know it doesn't happen with iiRcade. But I think it's supposed to happen after 3 full run-throughs, which is a long gameplay.
Well, I noticed. I mean, I was going to ask Michael about this, but I noticed on Tropical Angel there are definitely differences between the iiRcade version and the MAME version, because I've been practicing to break the Twin Galaxies record, which is a MAME actually ROM. They're not set. It's not the wish iiRcade would be in Twin Galaxies so we could make all this official, if you will.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Be awesome. I mean, learning the backwards trick that you have on your channel, where he shows how to you actually play the game and you run most of it skiing backwards, is a real way to point press that game and get you into a whole different stratosphere score wise.
Yeah, with 200,000 plus, come and get there, right?
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's get it.
I gotta check if I'm still on the leaderboards of that game. I know you guys were going crazy on it for a minute. I was up there for when we ran it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as what I've been playing online, like I said, ever since Breaker's Revenge dropped on Friday, that's the only one I've been playing online. And I got my capture card set up back there on it, and so if anybody runs into me in these onlines, I'm recording it. And like I said, I recorded my wins, I recorded my losses, I played them all for everyone. Wow. And I think I broke even. I think it was 9-9. But I beat 3 people and lost to 2. So
right on. Yeah, I mean that's the only way you're gonna get better playing. Hey, love it. Nice. Got to have the merch. Mm-hmm. Well, where are your compadres tonight? Where are they at? Are they both working late? Must be working late.
CT Jason, he's always hanging out at the Camp Crystal Lake Arcade.
Yeah.
And
does he play like any old school, like Splatterhouse, or is he into the games like that? I'm kind of wondering.
I think he likes. I mean, I don't really want to speak for CT Jason, but I know he likes the '90s fighters a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, he likes everything though. Arcade, like he's so into it.
I imagine him as Splatterhouse. He did, Jason. They ripped that guy off for that game, Splatterhouse.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm thinking the old Turbo Graphics. That's CT Jason in the game. So. Cool.
No, this is not a normal episode of the iiRcadians. This is just kind of a special thing that because we've gone bi-weekly here,
Kind of a chip and chat, play some games.
Yeah, and so we're, on these weeks that we're not going to have an episode, we want to try and do something, whether it's on the iiRcadians channel or maybe we'll stream it to all of our individual channels, but you get some time to just hang out and chill and play some games.
I think we need to start getting people the online. We need to meet Brooklyn Menace does a show Friday nights, and just if you want to play, just type the game you want to play. And we could start setting up some matches, just have some place to meet.
Yeah.
We don't have that with no general lobby. I mean, we need to have somewhere to meet to be able to play games. But you could see once we got started, it was no problem, was it, Todd? Once you get connected, you're gold.
Yeah. And you might have to reinstall. Maybe this is something I did. I wasn't able to play Breakers Revenge until tonight because it just kept failing. It go into a black screen and never came out. Never went to the game. So I deleted it and reinstalled it just literally right before we played, and it worked great.
Wow!
I had to reinitialize the game thing and settings.
Yeah,
it worked great after that. So
I get those random crashes, but I'm in Louisiana, so I mean, it's I don't know. I have the fastest internet I can get, but
you have good internet. I mean,
we checked your number. When we checked my thing, it said it was good.
Yeah. You got the 2 strings in a cup internet.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, that's good country down there. Good country.
So what games are you high score chasing? Because I know you're a high score chaser. What games are you really pushing those high scores? I know you're a number 1 on a bunch of them. Which ones are you really pushing it? You think on iiRcade?
On the iiRcade right now, I'm you're gonna laugh at the games I'm playing because there's not ones that pretty much anybody's playing. Naughty Boy. Naughty Boy is one right now that I've been checking out.
Okay.
I'm number 2 on there right now. I've been working on a strategy on Naughty Boy. That one, Gun Barrage is the other one with the you got pinball with you're going back and forth with you can get huge multipliers if you trap the ball up in the and then it doesn't come back down and hit your paddle. I kind of wish we had a spinner for that. It'd be easier, I think, with a spinner. Those games like Arcadoid type games, but I'm working through it because it's kind of okay. I like the challenge. What else? Gox I've been playing. That's how you say it. GHOX. Another one of those across the. Of course, you guys all know Tropical. I mean, I've been playing 5 months, and Tropical Angel is not mastered yet. It is not mastered. It can go higher.
Because
I'm still playing that.
I know you still haven't videoed a perfect run yet. You've had very good runs, but not like it's just absolutely perfect. So there's room to bring that score even higher.
There is a video I found online, but it's not of iiRcade. It's of a Japanese video, I believe. 400,000 plus.
Oh wow!
But he could ski backwards in the bonus rounds, and you can't do that on the iiRcade. So I don't. That's one. And there's jumps in different places on the iiRcade than in the main. So I'm confused how that happened or how it
could be the dip switches they selected, because we're all running off the exact same game, but that keeps it fair because no one can go in there and tinker. Sure. I mean, it's a fair playing field then.
If you could ski backwards in those bonus rounds, you would have massive. I'd see another 100,000 points, no problem. But without that ability, I don't know that's. But I said that about 200,000. Got 200,000. I said, boy, I don't think 250 can be broken. Then 250 breaks, and now 300. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Then that bit's broken. So it's a So I'm playing the games. This is one thing about the iiRcade. I've been struggling to write a review after owning it for now over I think 130 days or something like that, because. The older games to me that I never got to see, like Tropical Angel. I mean, who would have seen that in the
right?
I mean, it was a conversion kit. Where would you see that from? So to me, there's a real draw to those. Also, there's great newer games. There's great newer games too.
Oh yeah.
Dead Cells. I finally got to play that. I mean, so it's like I'm just spoiled by games, but mostly I'm playing the older ones, sort of the ones that are in the 150 rank and below. Which you would think, okay, why is anybody playing those? But I didn't get to see Naughty Boy at the arcade. I didn't get to see Tropical Angel. So that's exciting to me.
I like reading your Facebook posts in the Facebook groups for iiRcade because you always have good things to say. Mm-hmm. There was one post I remember we were talking about the importance of leaderboards, and that's so true. Mm-hmm. That for me anymore, like when I'm looking at a game, even if it could be an old game, But if it has leaderboards, to me, it's more appealing. And I think what they could do in the future to get more engagement from the community is increase the number on the leaderboards. Instead of it being whatever it is what is it, 50 now?
It's like
30.
Yeah.
30 people.
30%.
I mean, what if that was like 200? Then everyone would be able to see themselves ranked to everyone that ever played it. And man, people would love that. They would go. They would love that because you're gonna see someone you know probably somewhere in that list. Be like,
yeah. I mean, every game I've pretty much committed to buying that it's either online or leaderboards if they have.
Absolutely.
So, bottom line, they get a sale for me. I've spent over $700 a game since December, and I'm buying them if they have leaderboards or online. Period.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I don't care what they are. I'm just buying them. If they have those two functionalities.
I scooped up a bunch of the games on the sale, because for me, like, that was the time, like the prices were so good. Yeah, hopefully it's sometime in the future. I don't know, for holidays again or whatever, but that sale was phenomenal. I mean, like that was like I was picking up games, all kinds of games. So that's why I have so many games
off, right? Yeah, most of them
are great deals.
If Michael's lurking in the chat, we want the sales. Everyone wants sales.
The sales were really motivating.
Uh-oh.
You need to get that. We need to mod that one out.
Yeah. Block user.
Oh gosh. They fled into the live ones, don't they?
They do.
It's always people like that online.
The thing I think that's cool from going to your channel, Todd, is you cover all kind of stuff. You cover ad games. You talk about, I mean, like you have a bunch of topics. It's not just one thing. And that's kind of what my channel's the same way. Papa Brad's Gaming. I mean, I do arcade tours. I mean, I love iiRcade, obviously, because I just, I started with the Kickstarter. I bought it just because it had Dragon's Lair. That was it. Dragon's Lair. And that was the only reason I bought an iiRcade originally. But I
wasn't going to buy the iiRcade, Brad, in all honesty. I mean, for months and months, Mike, MCAP, was like, hey, but when are you going to buy one? When are you getting in? I'm like, I'm not getting in. I mean, I just don't see it. And I wasn't able to process that I was missing out on games that were in the arcade, but they were rare. To me, that was, once I plugged into that, and then you factor in that sale when Amazon was what, $2.99 or something for $50 for the stand, $2.49. I'm dead in. I'm in.
That was the time. That was the time to jump in. I mean, that deal. I don't think that would come back. But
the Mutant Football League cabinet was beautiful. I would have bought that one, and then they mounts the game and all that. But hopefully they get that worked out, because that's a great game.
I think that was a really hard lesson for iiRcade. I think when people wonder, oh well, they announced something, then they pull it back. I think because of that, they're just super cautious now. Like they don't want They don't want to ever go through the Super Mutant Football League thing again. So I think they're super cautious now before they announce anything.
No, they don't tell us anything.
Because that way we don't get our
Space Invaders is right around the corner, isn't it? Space Invaders? I think it is.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, I mean they've shown it working. I mean, it's definitely, they got the game working. But
it has the moon background.
I know. I was so stoked. I
saw that in the video and I thought of you right away. I'm like, I remember Brad talking about.
I actually dropped a video, and I had to put Rush in it, because the Tom Sawyer with the Space Invaders quote, and it's great because my logo comes on instead of my music. It's like Rush, it's like, but and the Space Invaders for me is special because the first video game, arcade game I ever played. I'm just a little tiny kid. My mom was at Kmart in the customer service area. And back in the 70s, when they would just have video games randomly in the strangest places, You would see one at, the 7-Eleven or, they would just put them anywhere. It's like they would just magically sprinkle them any old place, places you wouldn't expect to see them. Like
it's like if you go to Nevada, there's slot machines everywhere. That's how arcade games used to be. You'd go to 7-Eleven, there's Scramble sitting in there. That's right. Scramble all the time.
There'd be a Miss Pac-Man and some other game,
And every hotel you went in back in the 80s and 90s, they always had some little corner with arcades in them. Every single one.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't matter if they had the best games or what. Like Like I remember I was staying in this one hotel, and all I remember playing there was Tetris. Like I'm sure they had 6 other ones, but that's the first time I really played Tetris on the arcade version.
Yeah, good times, man. The '80s were good times, and actually, I recently bought a pen. What you said a minute ago. I buy all kinds of different. I'm not really in the bag for any company.
I love it. I love it all too. I mean, I really came from I was a big At Games person for a long time. I love At Games still. So like, it's not like I just love one company. I mean, people want to put you in a box. But sure. I love my At Games pinball as almost equally as much as I love my iiRcade, but they're different.
Do you guys want to see pinball on this thing? I mean, people are telling me no way, no pinball. I'd like to see some flippers on the side of this thing.
That would be crazy.
Cool to play pinball on the iiRcade. I know people don't like that, but I like pinball.
Hey, I mean,
I like pinball too.
Whatever they want to give us, Speaking of, that's a good segue. I mean, where do you think we are going to get with this new hardware?
What do you think, Todd? What do you think they're going to do? I mean, with the gold edition.
Well, and I'm probably a bad person to ask on that because I'm not really interested in the gold thing at this time. I mean, when I move, I'm gonna get a new cab. I'm probably not gonna move this 4 or 5 states, so I'll get a gold or diamond or whatever system they have at that point. What could they come out with this thing in gold that would be? I mean, the light guns. I haven't done anything in light guns, so if that's a rumor I keep seeing everybody talk about, has some, and we can actually buy the light guns. I'd be kind of down for that. There's amazing games with light guns,
right?
But I don't know, a trackball maybe, some sort of.
I would love to see like a 1-player deck with a trackball, a spinner, and standard 1-player 6-button controls.
There you go.
And if they really wanted to make a special, they could put one of those gate switchers on the joystick. Then I would be like, I don't think I could. I would probably pass out if that happened. But
what do you think, Mike?
Well, I was gonna say we know on personal, we know for personal fact, insider information that Arcade 1-Up does not have exclusive rights to the Atari license anymore.
Good.
So.
Good.
It was on the original At Games too. If you get At Games 1.0, man, you get all those games: Centipede, Missile Command.
Atari's the big. If they get Atari, that's huge. That's huge. It's huge. Yeah. I'm a huge. I'm kind of surprised they don't have it now. I think that's the one license that might be obtainable, whether you have them, because Polycade has it. I know Tyler Briscoe.
I think the problem holding them back, Todd. I think the problem holding them back is they don't have a trackball. If you think about Atari, Missile Command, trackball, Centipede, trackball, Crystal Castles, trackball, Tempest, spinner. I mean, you could cheat and use a trackball. It's not as fun. But many of the games.
Have you played Centipede in the arcades, though, recently? The Raw Thrills versions, all of them are with the joystick.
Really?
All the new Centipedes. The new Centipede is 4-player joysticks.
Okay.
And it actually works pretty good with a joystick. I would have never said that. I'm a sort of a diehard, got to have the trackball, but man, I played it in the arcade and went, "Whoa, this is pretty good."
Yeah, I'm sure if you do like a modern I know the Atari, and this is gonna sound cheesy as hell, but the Atari 2600 had a Centipede and it used a joystick, and it was super primitive. But hey, back when it came out, I was like, "This is pretty rocking,"
Yeah.
I can't see Missile Command though with a joystick. No way. I mean, you need that precision of the moving around with the missile 3-button. I can't see that one, but. Again, I mean, they're doing it. I mean, they have Missile Command Recharge that uses the gamepad, which is not so. I don't know. Who knows? You guys have the insight. You know what's coming. You can't talk about it probably, but you know.
No, we don't know as far as the iiRcade.
We don't know anything.
But we do know that Arcade 1-Up no longer has exclusive rights.
We do know,
Atari.
Well, didn't Michael dispute? Didn't he just say that the John D thing with Sega and all that was? I mean, without saying specifically them, without mentioning companies, but didn't he pretty much just say, look, there's no.
He pretty much dismissed that whole rumor that they can block titles and stuff. I mean, but it comes down to economics too. I mean, it depends on how much a game costs, as if it even makes sense to put it on iiRcade. If the game costs too much, I mean, they'll never make their money back on it, you know?
Well, obviously Xbox has a big user base, right? But you can go Midway Treasures, from Warner Brothers, Midway Origins Pack. There's 31 games on their arcade games, and they're like 67 cents a piece. And they're all titles that you would want to play on the iiRcade. Yeah. Priced at 67 cents each. So I guess they're just going for whatever money they can get because they have this huge user base with Xbox. And that maybe got them the license. I don't know what Warner Brothers was doing there. Who knows what Warner Brothers was doing because they have Midway. But boy, you think, okay, if they're throwing it that way, maybe they'd show some of that love elsewhere. I'm going to sell them for 67 cents a game. On the Xbox, why not? Run this direction. Maybe they could charge more, like $29.99, $49.99. We pay it for 31 classic arcade games with Midway titles and great titles, Robotron, all on down the line. Great.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I can go through the list. It's massive.
Give me all those like crazy climber. I mean, like, where do you stop? There's so many classic arcades you could go to that are just phenomenal and have. Those games have a really good replay value because they were simple but hard. Mm-hmm. So you can definitely score chase those games, and that makes them have a lot more life to me.
There's a lot of people in that iiRcade community that bash on them about what the games and what the license and give us Mortal Kombat, give us all that. Mm-hmm. But the truth of the matter is that they are really looking at the numbers. So the more people that buy these cabinets, where if they have more sales or whatever, or the gold cabs. I mean, if there had a reason to have two cabs, I don't really have any other people coming in and playing it with me. And if you could do two player on a head-to-head locally, you had more people coming into your home arcade. I see that happening. Do you you guys have multiple cabs? I don't know if you do or not. Some people do.
I only have one iiRcade.
I got a ton of. I got a iiRcade. I got a modded BCong Star Wars that plays like all the Star Wars games. I got two At Games Legends Ultimates, the 1.0 and the 1.1. I got everything At Games made pretty much. I have the Gamer Pro, the Gamer Mini. I have a Defender Partycade that has the correct Defender controls that I play. I have everything from an Atari. I have a real arcade, like do-it-yourself, full-size arcade with a real Galaga cabinet, and it's plays Hyperspin with MAME, So I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, so I've got a little bit of everything. And
I mean, I'm just saying that with
probably a lot like you you have a lot of different systems, and you're going to go with what you enjoy playing.
Yeah. I mean, right. Like I'm probably of everything I have right now, I'm probably in all reality playing. I think the Xbox with the Game Pass, I'm playing the most right now because it's just an amazing value in gaming, crazy amazing. So for modern game thing, and I'm doing the Microsoft reward points, by the way, which that basically wipes out you get a free subscription to it by doing that. So I mean, it's who wouldn't do that? And so you can play PC, you can play the game, you can play the Xbox. It's crazy good deal. Anti-Hero in the Discord turned me on to that. It's like, you just got to do these Bing searches. Who uses Bing? I never did. I use Google like most of people, but I'm like, okay, And so I probably play an Xbox, the Series X, because I just got it a couple months ago. Second would be iiRcade. My At Games, my Legends Ultimate is not getting a lot of play, which is unfortunate because I love to play. Like the Atari games on there, I like to play those. There's a lot of games on there that I love to play.
I do. I love it too.
Kind of just torn. Where can you be? You get sucked into one system. You start playing a lot of it. Then you can't. Then okay, now I'm playing that, and I really want to get better at this game. So now I'm coming back to it, and I think that's kind of. I bought that Pandora's box just to see what they had on there, and that's a bunch of trash. I'm not a big fan of the Pandora's box. I mean, it's obvious. I just wanted to see games that they had on there. 8,000 games, and they're mostly all just bootleg crap.
You need to check out Pandora Magazine. Pandora Magazine has a way to like hack the Pandora's box where it makes it a lot better. But look them up. And you'd be surprised, because they fix the aspect ratios and it corrects a lot of the issues in the games. It's like they stretch everything because but they kind of correct a lot of stuff. It's like a hack you can do to a Pantheon
The one cool
box.
thing about it, though, for people like that, the one neat thing about it is where it's like there's these weird versions of games that you would never think, like an alternate version of Popeye called Save or something.
Oh, I
but
know.
it's
Yeah.
weird,
It's like Mario. It's Mario, but it's the Ninja Turtles, you know?
But yeah, Godzilla is now Popeye, and you look at this like, what? Who did this? Why?
It's insanity.
It's kind of, but no, I mean, iiRcade's getting probably my most arcade gameplay at the moment. So like I said, I'm tortured on how to do a review on this, because do I tell somebody to buy one? Well, I want to see what games they're going to come out with that fit. Are they going to be only games that come with a 2.0? They said they were probably not going to do that, or gold, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. But are they just going to? I don't know. I don't know what to say.
That's kind of the curse of having a system that's open and they're constantly bringing things to it, though. I would argue that there's enough there now that for me, I would justify having one no matter what for what I already have. But the fact that more is coming and every Friday we get to see a couple more games, or more games coming online is a big plus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was happy with getting my my 3 Dragon's Lair games I love. I mean, but then I got everything else with it. So I mean, that's just kind of how I look at it. I see Kevgret's in the chat.
Yeah, we got a few new people showed up.
Pop that link up again.
I need to wrap it up.
Okay.
But if you want to keep it open, I guess.
No, I'm good.
You're
I
good?
would like to thank Todd Rogers for coming on.
Todd Russell.
Todd Russell. I'm sorry. Todd Rogers was the
tired,
first guy, wasn't
it's all
it?
good.
Okay, good. Thank God. Todd Russell, thank you for coming on. I mean, I like what you're doing. Cool guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep it up.
Keep doing, you guys. It's nice to have a show. You guys, I mean, I think it's great that you guys are fans of the system and coming out and doing this, and there might be a misperception that you guys are like insiders, but you're not.
We don't get any inside information. Matter of fact,
that's awesome. That's awesome that you guys are fans of it and you love it and you just come out and talk about it, and that's infectious. It's good. So thank you for letting me come on for a few minutes and chat with you guys.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and like I said, I think we're going to start doing this every other Thursday, have some kind of something where we might be possibly doing a Breakers Revenge tournament, maybe in 2 weeks, maybe. Mm-hmm. So be on the lookout for that, everyone. If you want to enter that, we might
start practice. I got to learn more moves.
Yeah. We could crown an official iiRcadians Breakers Revenge champion. Although I don't know if Bill should be allowed to play. I don't know.
Oh, but let the best play. If he's really good at it, that's great. It makes it more fun when the great players are.
Well, he's gonna win. We might as well just give him the trophy now.
You never know. Somebody practices and they get better. He may meet his match. I love his challenge that he put out. Yeah. Throw down the gauntlet. Yeah. That's good.
He's still undefeated in the game, he said. But
I know.
All right, everyone. Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
And thanks
Y'all
everyone
take care.
for
Y'all take
hanging
care.
out with us tonight. And
can we do a quick little plug for Brooklyn Menace Friday nights?
There you go.
Friday nights, Brooklyn Menace channel. Let's play some games.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow night on Brooklyn Menace. And you got anything coming up you want to talk about, Brad, before we get out of here?
I just like to. I want to try to sneak and play some more pinball. Go to some more arcades. I mean. That's what I was having a hard time. When Todd was talking, I was like, what I really love to do is play real world pinball and hit some real world arcades, because that's where my heart really is the most.
Yeah.
But I love, this being able to take some of that magic home is awesome. But that's if I can do anything, I'm going to go into a real arcade and play if in any way possible.
All right. And so, everyone, that is our show for today. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out with us, and
take care.
We'll see you next week on a regular episode of the iiRcadians.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got the iiRcadians merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. Enjoy.